Hello there, John the Osteopath. I'm here today to talk to you about forearm training. Specifically, we were talking about, the whole of your forearm, really. So we're looking at the extensors of the wrist, okay, which come. You think that the wrist movement is all in here, the muscles are not. The muscles actually go all the way up the forearm to the elbow. And so the extensors moving your arm in this direction. You have the flexors moving your arm in this direction. You also have the supinators, which twist your arm this way, the pronators, which twist your arm this way. Then, of course, you have your ulnar deviators and your radial deviators as well. So we like to try to work every single muscle, if possible, in the forearm. Now, I personally like to use kettlebells. I think these are really good. You don't need a particularly heavy one. If you don't have a kettlebell, that's fine. Okay, you can use just normal free weights, or you can use a bottle of water, or anything that's got a little bit of weight to it. You really want to be working ideally with about 500 grams minimum, or thereabouts. But I mean, this is a 4 kilogram weight. Actually, it's probably a little bit too heavy for my purposes, but it'll do. If you don't have one of these, the other thing that comes useful will be a hammer or a mallet to give you that movement. We'll show you in a second how to do that. Now, I'm going to start off with the basics. So sometimes you may find that you need to rest your arm on a surface. So if you want to, you can sit down, you can put your leg on something like this and simply, so your leg is here like that and your arm's on top of it. And you then got the support and you can work on twisting the wrist up and down. If you feel strong enough and your posture is good enough, so you can curl the weight up and down in a standing position. This has the added benefit of working your bicep muscle at the same time, and also to some extent the trapezius as well, and also, of course, the muscles at the back of the shoulder, if held in the correct position. The temptation is just to do this very often and then get bad posture, and then, of course, you end up with issues with your neck, for example, and the shoulder joints in the front, just from holding your body incorrectly. So it is better if you have, say, for example, a stool or something, you can use that. So we'll do that now just to demonstrate. I've got this fantastic orthopedic stool from a discount place near me. And all I'm going to do here is put my arm on this, like that. Because actually I'll move it away so you can see a bit better. And you place the weight on your wrist and the arm here and curl the weight up. Like that, and you curl the weight down. Bending the wrist up and down. Now you may find this is not comfortable for you to do so. You may not have the strength even with a very light weight. So simply grasp your other hand on here to assist the motion a little bit, okay? But make sure you can feel the squeeze in here. So especially at the top, try not to rely on the other hand. Just get that contraction in the muscle as you go up and as you go down, as you go up and as you go down, okay? Of course, do it the other way around too. So swap the arm the other way up. Now I like to try not to use my thumb with this, okay? Just grab it like that, so you are using more in here. Also, because you can compromise the thumb joint sometimes if you're doing it, especially with a large, weight or even a large bottle of water. So if you can't do that, then you can use the thumb, but try not to. So again, grasp it this way around and curl the weight up and down and up and down, okay? Again, like I say for everyone, you want to be trying for about 20 repetitions, 3 sets of 20, even with a 4 kilogram weight. That actually would be pretty hard for me. That's good, okay. Now that's the forearm flexors. Now you want to try and look at the forearm, oh dear, I can't even think. The ulnar deviators and radial deviators. So simply grabbing the kettlebell this way around is great because you've actually got the leverage from the edge of this, and you can go up and down and up and down and up and down. There's a lot of clicking coming from my wrist as I do this one. What's nice about this is you can really feel it in this section of the forearm here as you do that. That's a brachioradialis in particular, as well as some of the other assisting flexor extensor muscle groups there. That's brilliant. I'll show you that one with you with a hammer as well. I'll go and get the hammer. Now I couldn't find a hammer, but I could find a mallet. Now most people have got one of these things lying around at home. So again, with the ulnar deviation and the radial deviation, you can use this simply to point back and forth like that, okay, in that motion. Be careful of your posture. So if you're down here, it's a good chance you bash yourself on the head. Please be careful and try not to do that. So all these exercises really are done at your own risk. Now the other thing is, how do you do it the other way around? With quite simply turn this upside down. This is what's best about the hammer compared to the free weights actually. In this position here, you can simply tilt the weight this way and pull it back the other way. You really squeeze it here at the bottom. Let's get a better range of motion down there as well. As I move it towards the ulna, that's the bottom of that's this bone here. Get a good squeeze. Now, again, the great thing about these is that you can use them for rotatory movements such as pronation and supination. So supination, we drop the arm to the outside like so, and in pronation, we bring the arms to the other side like that. A lovely way to do the exercise. Now, like I said before, earlier on, if you're finding this is hard work, you can grab the hand and assist it with the other hand, okay? Just a little bit. Just help it all as much as it needs, but try not to rely on the other hand. And whatever you're doing, whether you're doing these movements or the rotatory movements as well, these are good to do. Now, I'd like to talk to you also about going a little bit further down the hand. So we want to look about the fingers. Now, fingers are funny things. You have a lot of fine control on your fingers, so it's easy to lose power there when there's been injuries. So one way we do this is by using an elastic band. I'm going to go get an elastic band. See you in a second. Right, I'm back with an elastic band. Actually, I did have a bigger one. I can't seem to find it. I mean, in an ideal world, you'd have a really large one. This is the best I can do for now. Now, let me show you something to do for your fingers. So if you're lacking power in your fingers and you want to restore the control there, a little bit of resistance can be provided simply by wrapping the elastic band around each of your fingers and starting in this position as if you're holding a pen. Okay, you then just open the hand out and you close it. Open it out and then close it. Okay, if you feel the thumb is doing too much work, and it often does for a lot of people, you can just simply take the thumb out of the equation, just wrap around the fingers and simply work on opening the fingers out like this. Open this way, like so. If you want to, you can also bend the wrist up at the same time. You can always bend the wrist down too. You go up, down and open, up and open, down and open. Either way, you're working these muscles so you get the strength back all the way through here and it's the inside of the hand, those deep muscles of the hand there. Okay, well, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, I probably should say about rep ranges for these. Elastic bands are a lot less powerful very often than the free weights and even things like hammers. So with elastic band, it's very much just trial and error. Of course, you may not be able to do even 10 of these. Do what you can with your elastic band because some of them are stronger than others. But like I say, ideally you want to be trying to get to a point where you can do that, say, 20 times, okay? Sometimes, because you use the hand a lot, you may even want to go to a higher repetition range. So if you could push this to 50 repetitions like that, then you're doing really, really well, okay? But anyway, I hope you like the video. Obviously, subscribe if you can, as we always say to people, and like it, especially like it. That's very important for me. And I'll see you hopefully in the next video. Take care. Goodbye.